Good evening, this is James, and this is my video for creating storyboards for the IDT603 class. Before we get started, I just wanted to say that we really have no standard storyboarding process within teammate training. I have people submitting everything from plain PowerPoint files to Word documents to videos of training that I then tear apart and create e-learning from. However, for this particular project, I created the storyboard examples by first exporting my prototype module from Storyline to Word. If anybody has done this in PowerPoint, it works pretty much the same. It creates a screenshot of each slide along with any notes that may be associated with those particular slides. However, unlike PowerPoint, it also captures each of the layers. Since PowerPoint doesn't work with layers, that option isn't available. So I decided to consolidate in the storyline files all of the layers onto the main slide just to try to consolidate the size and reduce the confusion that may be on some of the screens. In the Word document, again, there were some things in here that I never do and have never done. For example, trying to go into fonts and colors and media size and formats. We don't do that. We never have done it, and when we wrote the standards, we specifically stayed away from anything that would restrict us in our creative process. But because the assignment required this, I went ahead and attached it. Here is the template that I created, which basically shows the slide name, the slide screenshot, the objectives of the slide, the screen text which will be shown on the slide, the script text which will be narrated, any of the backgrounds that may be appropriate or used in this, audios, of course this one has a narration and an opening background music thing, and the notes will actually provide any kind of instructions or anything else that the users might need to know, and I will build into this. So here's just a few of the shots of what we've done. Here is a shot of the main slide. Each one of these little banners would have been layers, but again, I put them on here. This actually has a web link, which is indicated by this little icon right here, and it will be going to that particular website. And some more shots. This here shows where some highlighted text is. These two words here are new terms, so we created hotspots over top of them. When the user hovers their mouse over top of them, little pop-ups would come up and provide a definition. Clicking on this artwork here would then take them to the next slide, which is an interactive drag and drop activity, where they will then read the definitions and drag this into the appropriate definition and then check their answers. Here's the feedback when correct, feedback when incorrect. This slide shows the visuals that we will be using. This is actually a video and of course an icon. All of this is representing the visual learning style. These two buttons here, when clicked on, will actually be visual learning statements, such as let's look at this differently, see how this works for you. This button here will provide some tools for the user to understand how to incorporate this into their learning style, such as using images, pictures, mind maps, infographics. This is another example of two buttons taking them to an external website, an example of a learning styles worksheet, which is actually provided as a resource in the module itself. Clicking on those two buttons will take them to those two links. Here's the example of a question. This is multiple choice. We actually will have multiple choice, multiple answer, true and false, and simple word blanks where they will type in the word. Each of these questions would be worth 10 points with an 80% passing score and feedback for correct and incorrect answers. Finally, I decided to add in a self-checklist, and this is simply an optional thing for the user to go through and check that each one of these statements, they feel confident in understanding these concepts. Whatever statements they haven't clicked, they can go back and review using the menu system. I did this recording in Camtasia. Everything was built in Storyline and Word, and I hope you have a great day.